IBAG decided a couple of years back to go out there to the public and let them know what insurance broking is all about. Because over time we realized that people in Ghana knew so much about insurance companies but knew very little about insurance broking. That's why we instituted the month of October as a month within which we'd have a lot of interaction, media interactions, to let people know what broking is about. That simply is it. So the agent, simply put, is an extension of the insurance company. The agent is an assigned or representative of the insurance company. The agent works for the insurance company. And so whatever mistake or problems that the agent creates falls directly on the lap of the insurance company. The broker, on the other hand, is an independent consultant who stands in between the client and the insurance company and does everything on his own merit. The broker is required to have some expertise to be able to do his work, and when the broker does a mistake, he must be held personally liable for the mistakes that he has done. So that's the key difference between the two. So all we are saying is that it's a lot more convenient for you as a consumer of insurance to do whatever interaction or transaction you want to do on insurance through the services of a broker. Because a broker is also an insurance professional, just like the insurance company. The broker sat in the same classroom with the insurance underwriters. And so whatever that the underwriters know, the broker equally knows it. So when the broker is leading you as a client to purchase an insurance, he leads you with a lot of knowledge. When there's a claim, the broker is going to handle the claim. He knows the claims procedure and everything. So it's very difficult for an insurer to shortchange a client in terms of either the purchase of insurance, in terms of pricing, in terms of policy terms, or even claim settlement when it comes to that. So it's always necessary that you have whatever you want to do so far as insurance is concerned, do it through a broker. It gives you, the client, a lot of peace of mind. Right. Using the service of a broker does not cost the client anything more. It doesn't cost you 1 Ghana cedi more or 1 Ghana peso more. Rather, you can get to do a lot of savings because the broker would know where to get a cheaper product for you from. The crux of the matter is that the broker is paid from the premium that you pay to the insurance company. With or without a broker, you will still pay the same amount. So it's not like if you go direct, the product is going to be 100 cedis. If you go through a broker, it's going to be 120 cedis. No, it is the same price, but the insurance company is obliged to pay the broker if there is one on the account. If there's no broker on the account, the insurance company will take all the premium, but will not render to you the services that the broker will render to you as a client. So far as compulsory insurances are concerned, we have the age-old marine insurance, which is compulsory once you are importing goods into Ghana. If those goods are not personal effects, then you are obliged to insure the goods in Ghana. You are not supposed to insure the goods abroad. It means that whatever that you are insuring must be on C&F basis, not CIF basis. The insurance must be taken out locally. Now with Act 1061, they are saying that public liability has become compulsory for any property which has unfettered access to the general public. If I can walk into a building to do whatever I have to do, buy something or go and see someone, it means that that place is a public place and there must be a public liability policy so that when there's an incident, the people who will be injured or dead will be compensated for. We have the compulsory fire, which any building that the public can easily walk into, there must be a compulsory fire in it that would cover collapse so that if something happens, the people who will suffer whatever injury or damage would also be compensated for. Some of the new compulsory insurances that were introduced include the professional indemnity policy. That clearly stated that some professions, like the medical profession, the legal profession, the accountants, and then all that, even insurance brokers, must have a professional indemnity cover so that when there are mistakes, that insurance cover would come into pay. If you take the medical one, for example, the best cover is the medical malpractice cover. So that when a doctor or a nurse or something commits a mistake on a patient, like we hear today on the news that this hospital has been sued for $10 million or $5 million, this policy is supposed to compensate for such situations. And it is compulsory that every medical facility, every medical practitioner must have them. So the essence of the compulsory insurance is supposed to ensure that people do not find themselves in situations and then they don't have a fallback position. So government says that instead of you running into problems and coming to government that we should compensate you, the people who created the problems must have a particular insurance that will come into play should there be an issue. So that's the essence of the professional, the compulsory insurances.
And are there sanctions for non-compliance?
Yeah, so hitherto some of these insurances have always been compulsory, but the sanctions were quite lenient, penalties that you pay more money, but now they have been made quite strict. And the highest, for example, is that you can go to jail between 1 to 5 years. If you must take a compulsory insurance, like a professional indemnity insurance, and you don't take it, and there's a problem, you can be jailed between 1 to 5 years. So the punitive measures have been made more stricter now. And you know, so far as laws are concerned, everything is fine until you fall into problem. And that is when everything else will start coming up. And then once you don't have it, then you find that you are on the wrong side of the law. Yeah. I mean, if you want to engage a broker, if you don't know where to find a broker, just go onto the website of the IBAG Insurance Brokers Association of Ghana, or go onto the NIC website. You see a list of brokers in good standing that you can just pick any one of them, get in touch with them, and then you use them. But if once you Google insurance broking in Ghana, you have names coming up to you. So our members, if we take IBAG, we are very organized and a very structured group. Our members are very conformist. They try to stay within the law, and we try as an association to make sure that our members are always within the law. This is because we won't sit down and allow anyone, whether it is a regulator or someone, to do anything towards our clients. So we always ensure that our members are within the confines of the law. And plus, there are lots of punitive measures. I mean, so far as insurance is concerned, it's a highly regulated activity, and there are punitive measures for virtually everything. And so if as a member firm, you do not want to be asked to pay money, then you have to ensure that you do the right thing. They can withdraw your license, they can suspend the license, they can ask you not to even do business at all, not to look for new business. The punitive measures are all over the place.
In such cases?
We haven't gotten, no broker has gotten there because of wrongdoing. Brokers get there because maybe they have stopped doing business and so their licenses are phased out. But it's always an option to the regulator to use. Yeah. My final words is that this is October. This is the month that we discuss insurance, and especially insurance broking. I want to call on all the people in the country. I want to draw their attention to the fact that, look, if you think that you don't have money and so you should not buy insurance, that would be a great mistake. It is rather when you don't have money that you should think about buying insurance, because when something happens to you and you don't have money, you find out that you're in a very bad situation. And I also ask that anytime you're going to buy insurance, just do it through an insurance broker, because it gives you a lot of peace of mind. When you have a problem, just inform the broker and go to bed. It is a responsibility of the broker to do all the runnings around and then bring you your money. So make sure you buy an insurance policy, but buy it through an insurance broker.